You know what drives me crazy about car news these days? Everyone's talking about the 2026 Nissan Terra like it's already parked in dealerships when the truth is way more complicated than that. So let me clear this up for you right now, because I spent hours digging through actual sources to separate facts from fiction. Here's what's really going on with this SUV that everyone seems to be excited about. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Is there actually an official 2026 Nissan Terra? The short answer is no, not yet. What you're seeing all over YouTube and Facebook right now are digital renders, basically fancy computer drawings created by independent artists like Kalesa. These are leaked images from Nissan's design studio. They're not spy shots from secret testing facilities. They're artistic interpretations of what a next-generation Terra could look like. The Australian car publication Car Sales wrote an article about these renders, and they were very clear about calling it a hypothetical model. So if you've watched videos with titles screaming about the 2026 Terra with detailed specs and prices, just know that those creators are working from the exact same renders and speculation that everyone else has. There's no official Nissan announcement yet, no press release, no official specs, no confirmed launch date. But here's where it gets interesting. Just because it's not official doesn't mean we can't talk about what this truck might become. The speculation actually makes a lot of sense when you look at the bigger picture. Let me walk you through what people in the industry are predicting based on these renders and Nissan's current lineup. The imagined 2026 Terra would be built on the same platform as the new Nissan Frontier pickup truck. It's supposed to be a proper body-on-frame SUV, which means it rides on a ladder chassis like serious off-roaders do. This would position it directly against some heavy hitters in the market. We're talking Toyota Prado, Ford Everest, Isuzu Mu-X, and Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. These are the big dogs in the 7-seat off-road SUV category, especially in markets like Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The speculative version that everyone's buzzing about isn't just another diesel SUV. The renders and discussion suggest it could be a plug-in hybrid. Yeah, you heard that right. A rugged off-road SUV with a plug-in hybrid system. According to the speculation floating around, it would pair a 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine with an electric motor. The combined output they're throwing around is roughly 302 kilowatts and 800 newton meters of torque. That's seriously powerful for an SUV in this class. They're even claiming an electric-only range of about 135 kilometers, based on discussions about a related Frontier PHEV concept. Imagine having a tough off-roader that you can drive to work every day on pure electric power and then switch to hybrid mode for your weekend adventures. That would be a game changer. The off-road specs being tossed around are pretty impressive too. We're talking mechanical four-wheel drive with low-range gearing, a locking rear differential for serious traction, and a claimed wading depth of 700 millimeters. That means you could theoretically drive through water that's almost knee-deep. The towing capacity mentioned is 3,500 kilograms, which is more than enough for most people's boat or camper trailer. Design-wise, the renders show a very masculine and aggressive-looking SUV. Think upright body panels, a massive grille up front, muscular lines running down the sides. Some people say it looks like what a modern Prado would be if Toyota made it more aggressive. The rear end has that commanding presence that makes other drivers respect your space on the highway. Some blogs have even thrown out a starting price around $32,000 US. But again, these are just numbers people are guessing at. Nobody from Nissan has confirmed any pricing. So that's the dream version everyone's talking about. But let's pump the brakes for a second and talk about reality. What can you actually buy today if you want a Nissan Terra? Because there is a real current generation Terra that exists right now in certain markets. The actual Terra you can buy today is sold in places like the Philippines, Indonesia, parts of the Middle East, and some African countries, including Mozambique. It's based on the Navara platform, which is basically Nissan's version of the Frontier in other markets. Under the hood of the current Terra is a 2.5-liter four-cylinder turbo diesel engine. It puts out 187 horsepower and 450 newton meters of torque. That's solid power for a diesel SUV, and that torque figure is really what matters for towing and off-roading. It's made it to a 7-speed automatic transmission, which is pretty smooth for daily driving. You can get it in either 4x2 or 4x4 configurations, depending on which market you're in. The dimensions are pretty generous too. It measures 4,900 millimeters long, 1,865 millimeters wide, and 1,835 millimeters tall. The wheelbase is 2,850 millimeters, which gives you plenty of interior space. Ground clearance sits at 225 millimeters, so you can handle rough roads without scraping the underside. Inside, you get 7 seats arranged in an amphitheater-style layout. That means each row sits slightly higher than the one in front, so rear passengers get a better view out the windows. It's a nice touch that makes long trips more comfortable for everyone. The design of the current Terra is actually pretty good looking. You get Nissan's signature V-Motion grille up front, quad LED projector headlamps with LED daytime running lights, and LED tail lamps in the back. It rolls on 18-inch alloy wheels and comes with roof rails and side steps as standard on most trims. It definitely has that bold SUV look that people shopping in this category want. Inside, Nissan has put real effort into making the cabin feel premium. The higher trim levels get leather upholstery, upgraded colors, and a dashboard that looks more expensive than you'd expect. They also feature what Nissan calls zero-gravity front seats. These are specially designed to reduce fatigue on long drives by supporting your body better. Tech-wise, the current Terra is actually pretty well equipped. You get a 9-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Higher trims come with a Bose 8-speaker audio system, which sounds way better than the base stereo. Some markets even get an 11-inch roof-mounted monitor for rear passengers with HDMI input, so kids can watch movies on long trips. There's also wireless phone charging on certain specs. Safety features are impressive for an SUV at this price point. The current Terra offers intelligent forward collision warning, intelligent emergency braking, and driver attention alert. You also get blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, and rear cross traffic alert on equipped models. For off-roading, there's hill start assist and hill descent control to make steep terrain easier to handle. One of the coolest features is the 360-degree around view monitor with moving object detection. This uses cameras mounted around the vehicle to give you a bird's eye view when you're parking or navigating tight spaces. The system can even detect if something is moving near your vehicle. So, the current Terra is already a pretty capable and modern 7-seat diesel SUV. It's got strong diesel torque, loads of safety tech, and creature comforts that make it competitive. But it's not electrified and it's not being marketed as a 2026 model. So, what should we realistically expect for the future, based on everything we know? A next-generation Terra makes total sense for Nissan. The SUV market keeps growing, especially in Asia and the Middle East where the Terra is popular. Competitors like Toyota are already working on hybrid versions of the Prado, and Ford keeps updating the Everest. Nissan needs to keep the Terra competitive. The most logical move would be to base the next Terra on whatever platform the new Frontier uses. That gives them economies of scale and ensures the SUV benefits from any improvements made to the pickup. Adding some form of electrification, whether that's a mild hybrid, strong hybrid, or full plug-in hybrid, also makes sense. Fuel economy regulations keep getting stricter and buyers are becoming more interested in efficiency even for big SUVs. A plug-in hybrid Terra could be really appealing if it offers decent electric range for daily commuting, but still has the capability for long trips and off-road adventures. The 7-seat layout will definitely stay, because that's a key selling point in this segment. Families need that third row for kids and their friends. And based on how Nissan has been upgrading the interior on the current Terra, we can expect the next generation to go even more upmarket with materials and technology. But until Nissan actually announces something official, all of this remains educated guessing. The bottom line is this: the 2026 Nissan Terra everyone's talking about is based on speculation and digital renders, not official information from Nissan. The current Terra is a solid 7-seat diesel SUV that's available in select markets right now with good specs and modern features. A next-generation Terra will probably happen eventually because it makes business sense for Nissan, but we don't know when it'll arrive, what it'll cost, or exactly what features it'll have. So, if you're in the market for a 7-seat SUV today, you can look at the current Terra if it's sold in your country. But if you're waiting for this speculated 2026 hybrid version, just know you might be waiting a while. And when real news does come out, you'll definitely hear about it because Nissan will make an official announcement. Don't believe everything you see in YouTube thumbnails or Facebook posts claiming to have insider information. Stick around for more car news that separates the hype from reality.